Now I continue with the problems on expressing the trigonometric functions of functions not expressed. Find the values of the 5 trigonometric functions of the following. Means one is given, other remaining 5 are to be determined. Look this, how we have to find out. Given cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2, and now here I have to find out. You know the basic identities are the 3, cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1, and that identity has to be used. When cos x is given, you have to find out the sin x, and later on we go for remaining 4 functions. Look this, what is given, first I write, given cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2. Now sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, and this implies, you see that sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. This implies sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos x is minus 1 upon 2 whole square. This is 1 upon 4. This is 4 minus 3 by 4. And sin x is equal to, you have to see that plus or minus root 3 by 2. Now here sin x is plus or minus root 3 by 2, you have got the 2 values, but you have to select one that is given, that x lies in the 3rd quadrant. See here, since x lies in the 3rd quadrant, and you see this in 3rd quadrant, sign is positive or negative? 3rd quadrant sign is positive, negative, sin x is negative. Therefore we take sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Where to take? Why you have to take sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2? Because here the condition is given, x lies in the 3rd quadrant. In the 3rd quadrant, only tan and cot are positive, remaining all are negative. So now here you have got, next what you say, tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. So sin x is how much? Sin x is minus root 3 by 2, and cos x is minus 1 upon 2. So this is, you try to understand that minus root 3 by 2 into 2 by minus 1. So answer is, you have got root 3. And try to understand that how to find out the other function. That other means cot x. See this, how you find the cot x. Now here we have to find out the cot x, and cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x, and this is 1 upon tan x is how much? That is root 3. So now you go for cosec x. Cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, and 1 upon sin x is how much? Sin x, that is already we have done, that is sin x is minus root 3 by 2, 1 divided by minus root 3 by 2. This is minus 2 by root 3. And cosec x is equal to cosec x is equal to 1 upon cos x, and cos x is, that is where minus 1 upon 2, that is minus 2. So these are the possibilities that we have to find out the values, and accordingly we can go for it. Now you see that the result which you have obtained, as it is sin x is minus root 3 by 2 you have got, and cot x is 1 upon root 3, and even in the beginning you can see that when sin x is there, and even you tell that cosec x and cot x, that all we have to find out here. Sin x is there and tan x is there, and cot x is there. So all the functions that you have to determine here. Now I say that this one is, this is I think this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, 4, 5 functions we have determined. This is the way how we find 5 trigonometric functions. Likewise, we have to go for finding the other functions. Look this next how we write it. And now in general we go for using the two identities. One is sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, or secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. Accordingly, the data you can use its easiest formulae. Now I have to tell that other things how you can find out, and accordingly you can write the answer here. So second problem, you see that sin x is equal to 3 by 5, where x lies in the which quadrant? Second quadrant. Try to understand how to sin x is equal to 3 by 5. All 5 you have to find out. So see, look here, given what you say, sin x is equal to 3 by 5, and this implies cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, that is 1 upon 3 upon 5, that is equal to 5 upon 3. Now, when you see that identity, sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So we have to find out cos square x is equal to 1 minus sin square x. So this is sin x is how much? 3 by 5 whole square. So this 1 minus 9 by 25. This is 25, and 25 minus 9, that is 16 by 25. So cos x is equal to plus or minus 4 by 5. So when you go for writing 4 by 5, so again you have to see that in the second quadrant, since x lies in the second quadrant, then what will be the values of the second quadrant? You see that cos second quadrant only sin and cosec positive. Second quadrant cos x is negative. And what happens? Therefore, cos x is equal to minus 4 by 5. This implies sec x is equal to 1 divided by cos x, and that is minus 4 by 5, that is minus 5 by 4. Now, we have to go for finding tan x and cot x. So that accordingly you have to see the answer. Now you see this tan x. Now tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. So sin x is how much? 3 by 5. And cos x is how much? Cos x is minus 4 by 5. Minus 4 by 5. So the answer is 3 by 5 into 5 by minus 4. So minus 3 by 4. This implies cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x, and that is equal to 1 upon minus 3 by 4, that equal to minus 4 by 3. These are the possibilities you can find out in other 5 trigonometric functions, and accordingly you can see the answer now. So when you see this result, and you try to understand how this can be obtained, and accordingly you can see the answer now. Now when you go for finding that cot x value is minus 4 by 3, this is the way how you can find out the answer here. Now you see that if other function is given, that I write it here, and how to find out in remaining 5 functions. See this number 3, cot x is equal to 3 by 4, where x lies in the third quadrant. See, this is how to find out. Cot x is equal to 3 by 4. So you have to understand how you have to find out remaining. The way you have to remember, very easily you go for it. Don't get confusion now. Because these problems commonly we see, and you try to understand the basic concept, how you have to find out the values. Look, this I am going clearly now. What is given? Given is cot x is equal to 3 by 4. This implies tan x is equal to 1 upon cot x, and that equal to 1 upon 3 by 4, that equal to 4 by 3. And now secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x, and 1 plus tan x is how much? Tan x is 4 by 3 whole square. So 9 plus 16, that is 25 by 9. So this implies sec x is equal to plus or minus 5 by 3. Now you try to understand, since x lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. And what about this sec is third quadrant is what? Third quadrant, you see that only tan and cot positive. So sec x is negative. So since x lies in the third quadrant, therefore what? Sec x is negative. Therefore sec x is equal to minus 5 by 3. Now we understand that when sec x is equal to minus 5 by 3 and cos x is equal to 1 upon sec x. 1 upon sec x is minus 5 by 3. This is minus 3 by 5. When you understand this sec x, and now we have to go for writing the value of cosec x, but we don't know the value of sin x, and we have to find out. See here, you have got cot x, you have got tan x, you have got sec x. Cot is given, tan, sec, and cos you have got, but not sin. So here you try it in a simple way. Sin x is equal to, try to understand that sin x into cos x. Look at this. Because we know the value of tan x. Yes, we know the value of cos x. Yes, so sin by cos, and automatically tan x is how much? Tan x is 4 by 3, and cos x is minus 3 by 5, and what is the answer? 12 by 15, minus 12 by 15. And this implies now cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, and sin x is minus 12 by 15. This is 15 by 12. So these are the ways how to find out the values of required ones, and accordingly you can see the answer. But the thing is, when you are going to find out the results here, and ultimately you will find that result now. Sin x is minus, and even you see that here this simplify, 3 4s are 3 5 minus 4 by 5, and here also you can write same 4 by 5, and this is 5 by 4. Only simplification is left out, and that is the way how you can write the result. See how to find out the other things that I am going to tell you now, and accordingly we can proceed the result. So when you see that data is given in the problem, and accordingly you have to use the identities. Let us see this next problem. You can see now, that is problem number 4 I am going to explain. See, these are the very simple problems but that you can understand. Next, 4 sec x, what do you say? Sec x is equal to 13 by 5, where x lies in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant. See that how you can find out this, and accordingly you can proceed. Now you see this, the way how you find it. When sec x is given, its reciprocal always you have to find out first. Then you proceed the other one. Unless not finding the reciprocal, it is not easy for you. See what is the information given? Given that sec x is equal to 13 by 5. So sec means reciprocal is cos x. Cos x is equal to 1 upon sec x. 1 upon sec x means 13 by 5. So 5 by 13. When cos is known, we can find out the sine. Now, you have to tell that cos is there. So you can write sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos x is what? 5 by 13 square. So this is 1 minus 25 divided by 169. So 169. So you have to go for 169 minus, that is 4 and 4, 144. And this is 144. So this implies that sin x is equal to plus or minus 12 by 13. So here you have understood that sin x is equal to, you have got that 12 by 13, and accordingly we can proceed now. So now, since x lies in fourth quadrant, and accordingly we can proceed. What? So, and sin x is negative in the fourth quadrant, only cos and sec positive. Therefore, sin x is equal to minus 12 by 13. So, what are the things? Cos is over, sin is over, and now you have to go for tan. You see? Now, tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. What is sin x? Minus 12 by 13. What is cos x? 5 by 13. So minus 12 by 13 into 13 by 5. So minus 12 by 5. And here you understand that when sin is there, sin x is multiplied. This implies cosec x you can write. Cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x and 1 upon minus 12 by 13, and this is minus 13 by 12, where it is for sin x and reciprocal cot x. Now, and cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x and 1 upon minus 12 by 5, it is minus 5 by 12. So this is the value of cot x, minus 5 by 12. So this is the way how you can find out the result here, and accordingly you can see the other 5 results. Now I am going to explain number 5, because all problems are totally familiar with you, and accordingly you can write it. Number 5 I am going to explain. What? Tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12, where x lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant. Look here how to do this. In the second quadrant, tan x is given, and see that how this can be done. Particularly if you know the identities, so that it is easy to find out. And another method is there by diagrammatical method, but instead of diagrammatical method, better you go for like this only. What? See, simple way. What is given? Given is tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12. and ultimately cot x is equal to 1 upon tan x, 1 upon minus 5 by 12, this is minus 12 by 5. So tan x and cot x is over. Now here you have to find out that how to see this cos x. So now tan x, here only that tan x is there, and sin x is not there. So tan x is there, cot x is there. So how to find out the other functions like sin x? And we have the only one identity, that is secant square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x, and 1 plus tan x is how much? Minus 5 by 12 whole square. And see this 1 plus 25 divided by 144. 144 is the LCM, and 144 plus is 169. So, and this implies sec x is equal to plus or minus 13 by 12. So here you understand that since x lies in second quadrant, so what will be the second quadrant sec is? So sec x is, second quadrant sec x is negative, therefore sec x is minus 13 by 12. This implies cos x is equal to 1 upon sec x, that is 1 upon minus 13 by 12, this is minus 12 by 13. So now you understand that again cot, sec, and even you can see that we don't know about which, that when the cos is there and cos x is equal to minus 13 by 12 and sin cos. Now tan, you can use this formula, sin x is equal to tan x into cos x. So because sin by cos, tan x is how much? Tan x is minus 5 by 12 into cos x is minus 12 by 13. So minus plus 5 by 13. So this implies cosec x is equal to 1 upon sin x, that is 1 upon 5 by 13, that is 13 by 5. So this is the way how we find remaining 5 trigonometric functions, and accordingly you can see the result here, minus 13 by 5. Now I have to go for sixth one. I am going to calculate how to find out the result I am explaining. All are very simple, and you need not worry about how to find out the result. 6. Cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5. X lies in the, you see this third quadrant. X lies in the third quadrant. And cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5. See how result is written very fast. Given cos x is equal to minus 3 by 5. This implies sec x is equal to directly reciprocally write minus 5 by 3. And now when cos is given, you can find out that sin square x. Sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos x is minus 3 by 5 whole square. And try to understand 1 minus cos square x. So 1 minus 9 by 25. This is 25. 25 minus 9 is how much? You see this 25 minus 9, and this is 16 we will find. This implies sin x is equal to plus or minus 4 by 5. And you understand sin x is positive or negative. That is again important. So accordingly we can write the result. See that when you are writing, you will see that since x lies in which quadrant? Lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. third quadrant. And in third quadrant, you see that sign is positive or negative. Sin x is negative. Therefore, sin x is equal to minus 4 by 5. This implies cosec x is equal to minus 5 by 4. Now here cos is over, sin is over, even cos, sec, only cot now. You have to see this both. Here I write tan and cot. What is tan? Tan x is equal to sin x by cos x. And what is sin x? Sin x is minus 4 by 5 and divided by, or you can write divided by sin x and cos x. Cos x is how much it is? Minus 3 by 5. Minus 3 by 5. So minus 4 by 5 into minus 5 by 3. So you write that 4 by 3. So this implies cot x is equal to 3 by 4. So this is the way how we find all the results. Now I am going to see that seventh one. All problems here I am explaining how to find out the results, and accordingly you can plan it. So here you have understood cot x is equal to 3 by 4. Now seventh one I am writing here. See this seventh one. Cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12. X lies in the second quadrant. You see this how to find out. Cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12. And here basically that cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12 here you have to take it. And accordingly you can write it, and you see this how this can be obtained. I thought of same results. Now we are very familiar and very perfect where what to do. So thing is only solving with proper identities. What is given? Given is cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12. Implies directly tan x is equal to reciprocal minus 12 by 5. Now tan second square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. So 1 plus what is tan x? Minus 12 by 5 whole square. This is 1 plus 144 divided by 25. This is 25 and here 169. So this implies sec x is equal to plus or minus 13 by 5. So try to understand here x lies. See here, since x lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant you see that sec x is positive or negative. Sec x is negative. Second quadrant only positive is sin and cosec. So sec x is equal to, therefore sec x is equal to minus 13 by 5. This implies cos x is equal to minus 5 by 13. Now you see that tan is over, cot is over, and sec is there, and cos. Only now we have to find out the sin. In order to find out the sin, you need not go for that identities. Now you see that direct way how that can be obtained. Sin x is equal to tan x into cos x. So what is tan x? Minus 12 by 5. And what is cos x? Cos x is sec. You see this. When second square is equal to, that is cos x is equal to minus 5 by 13. Minus 5 by 13. And you have to understand that this cancelling plus 12 by 13. So this implies cosec x is equal to 13 by 12. I hope you understood how you are finding these results, and accordingly you can say that cosec x is equal to 13 by 12. Now I am going to see that basically that result, that seventh one is over, and that too cosec x is equal to 13 by 12. Now this is the end of all these types which you see in the exercises and other things. Now I am going to explain some problems based on angles. I hope these are the only problems you can see, out of which you will see that problem either in the test or in the midterm or annual, whatever you say. But these 7 problems are more than enough that I have covered even from the exercise as well as solved examples. Second type problem I am going to discuss now. Find the value of, look here clearly, value of trigonometric functions. Trigonometric functions. We have to find out the value of trigonometric functions. Number 1, sine 765 degree. You have to find out this. So here, as you know, the angle is more than 360 degree. Then only you have to go for what? Convert into less than 365. 360. And here you see that you go for using the multiple of 360, because when you take it the round, look this, I am explaining properly here. Of course we have not done that allied angles. Now solution, first I am explaining that sine 765 degree. So no question of convert into the radian. Look this, when you go for one round, it comes 360. And that formula you know, n of 2n pi plus x is equal to sin x. And why? Because after taking one round, again you see that same results will find. And using this identity, sine of 2n pi, n is any integer, is x. Using this identity, now I write that, see, you have to go for 1 into 360, and accordingly we can find the result here. So 760, if you go for 360, multiplication also it is required. 360, you see, very simple for you to, I am explaining, 20, what you say, and try on 20 and 720. Even 360, if you go for 3 and you say 1000, you must know these things for you. Why? This 765 is nearer to what? Nearer to this. And you go for taking the result, and accordingly you can see the result. So 760, and this is nearer to 720 or 1080, and that you have to change it, and accordingly you can see the result here. Now we have to go for 720, and it is nearer to this, and what I say, this is 2 into 360. How much it is? 720, and 765 into 720, this 45. So you see this 45. I hope how you have done this plan. 2n pi, this you can see the result. Even I tell you, sine of n into 360 plus x is equal to sin x. So how many rounds here? 360 is there, 2 rounds. Instead of writing 2 pi, I have written 360. So now this is nothing but sine 45 degree. Sine 45 is 1 upon root 2. So this is the answer. Now you go for the formula I am using, sine into n into 360 plus x is equal to sin x. And this multiplication also is necessary you to understand. That I am using for all the problems here, and accordingly we can say that. Similarly, you will find 4 or 5 problems based on this. Now let us see how you can find out the second one. And see, this second one is cosec. You see this cosec of minus 1410. So try to understand this, how to find out this. One, remember, whenever the result is angle is minus 1410, so this you have to take it out, and accordingly you can see the result. So what is the identity that I am using here? You see how that comes. You try to understand that sine of minus x is equal to minus sine x, and similarly cosec of minus x is equal to minus cosec x. So this minus cosec of 1410. So first you have to take minus outside, then only you can go for writing the result. Now see 1410, here you see that one more, 360 into 4, 404, 1440. And see here, which is the nearest, and here or here, and lesser I am taking, not this is a greater, so we have to take. It means to say keep minus as it is, cosec 3 into 360. 3 into 360 is how much? 1080. Here is how much is? That is 14410. You have to go for, and you have to see this how much is to be taken, and try to understand what you say 1080. 1410, 1080 at minus 0, and 8 means you have to go for 3, and accordingly you can see this 3 and carry 1, and 330 will see that. So here you have to go for that number of rounds when you are taking, and accordingly you have to see the result. But here why you have to go for this, and the fact I am telling you. So even if I go for taking minus, that is 360 plus 1410. 1410 if you go for taking here, and that is 14, then you have to add it, that is quite simple. 14 minus 1410 and plus 1410. You have to see this, how much we will find. 1440, 1440 and 1410. You have to subtract it how much? 030. So what I tell that, if you go for that one, second, third quadrant, it is lengthy. So sometimes you go for, because I have not told you, the allied angles. So that is why you are supposed to take that inside only. Why I am planning, just I am changing the planning. So this is, you go for 1410, and which is nearest adding is what? 4 into, see, 4 into 360. 4 into 360. See, minus 14, this is 2 into, it is minus 14 only. And what comes this? This is cosec of minus 1410. This is into 4 means 1440. So when you see this cosec, and how much you will see? See that 1440, 140 means 30. And what is cosec 30? Cosec 30 is 1 upon sine 30. So sine 30 is 1 upon 2. So answer is 2 you have got. So I hope that why I have not taken in the third. It could be taken in the third standard, third quadrant, but I am not taking. Only thing is that only one formula I am using. This 2n pi or 4 into 360. See here, n into 360 plus this is x, and I have written. So accordingly we plan the answer, and we can write it. There are other methods also there, but which I have not told, because another method is there that I have not given any idea about the allied angles. So that I have taken like this. Answer is, what I say that, 1 upon 2. Now I say that next problem, how this could be done. So now you see this number 2, number 3. Tan of 19 pi by 3. 19 pi by 3. So how to write this 19 pi by 3? And here also we have to go for using the same idea. Instead of radians, it is given in the, instead of degree, it is given in radians. What? Tan of 19 pi by 3. So this is equal to, you go for the formula, you try to understand tan of 2n pi plus x is equal to tan x. So you try to understand 2 pi, then how many 2 pi we will see this, and try to understand tan of 2 pi plus pi by 3. So here you go for taking how much? 6, 7 pi. Suppose if I take 3, 3, 3, 9, 10. If it is 4, 4 means 12, 13. If it is 5 and 5, 15, 15 means 16 it happens. If it is 6 and you have to see 6 3 is 18 plus 9. So 6 pi into 5. So this is the way, or else you try to understand 2 in what do you say, 3 into 2 pi plus pi by 3 means what do you say, 3 into pi, n is nothing but 3. So what is the answer here? N is pi by 3. Tan 30 is 1 upon root 3. So that answer is, here you can find out tan 30 is, and tan 30, not 30, tan 60. Tan 60 is nothing but root 3. So this is a way how we understand this problem. Now, I have used only that completing the number of rotations, either in terms of degree or in terms of radian, you could do this. So 2 more problems I am taking based on radians. Let us see the result now. What is the result now? Number 4 I am taking here, sine of what? Minus 11 pi by 13. And you see this, how this can be written now, and accordingly we can plan it. So sine of 11 pi by 13. Already I have told you that result you can see, and try to understand how it is done. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3. So this is equal to sine of, so 2 pi minus pi by 3. So what comes here? What comes here, you see, because 6 minus 7 and 6, you go for, you have to write that plus only you have to write. Now you have to see that minus you have to find out, and accordingly you can write the result. And if it is 3, 3, 3, 9, if it is 4, 4, 5, 12 minus 1, 11, 5, yes. And this can be written that sine of 4, 5, and it is one and the same, this minus 11, 5, it is one and the same. So what I write this, plus minus of pi by 3. And try to understand, this is sine of minus pi by 3. Sine of minus pi by 3, this is minus sine of pi by 3. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So you will find the answer that minus root 3 by 2, and here when it is possible, how it is possible, that also you can understand. So when you see this answer and root 3 by 2, whether you are getting minus or plus, that also you have to observe. That given is minus 11 pi by 3. So when you go for, look this, 3, 4 are 12, 12 minus 1, but answer is minus is there. So here you have to understand that how you can go for finding the result. It is not correct. It is, you are getting 11 pi by 3, but here minus 11 pi by 3 is there. So what I do it, this is minus 11 pi by 3, and here I have to write keeping minus, and you can write the result here. See this minus pi by 3, and even you see this minus of minus here, you can go for this minus of minus pi by 3. So even you can see that sine pi by 3, so root 3 by 2. Or this is the way how you can write it, accordingly the result you can see. So when you have to take the result here, and it can be followed like this. Or else one more way I am telling you that when you are subtracting directly, you can find out. Instead of using that, what you can say, sine of, you have to tell that 2n, and you see this pi, 2n pi plus pi by 3. So whatever the value, you will see that, and you can write this minus pi by 3, and you will get it minus, then only it is possible, and accordingly you can see the result. So when you see this result directly, the formula you know, sine of minus x minus sine of 11 pi by 3, and this is minus sine of, you have to tell that 2 pi plus pi by 3, and this, you can see this result. And when you write it this 11 pi, you have to write it, 11 pi, how it is possible? And if you write this pi 3, then 3 pi plus 4, and how you will not get it 11 pi by 3. See, when you go for 2, it becomes 7, 3, and 3 means 7 it out, and 4 means, and 4 means what? 4, if it is 4, and it is 12 and 11, and you can this see, look, this 3 4s are 12, so it should be minus, you have to write minus pi by 3, and that is why you have to go for using the ideas that accordingly you have to see the situation. But now when you go for writing this minus that 2 pi plus pi by 3, and when you take it 6 and 9 plus 10, even 4 plus 12, and you have to write minus. So minus of, and it is the fourth quadrant, this is minus, you have to see minus sine of pi by 3. So minus minus plus, you get go for, and try to understand the same result, you will see that, and accordingly you can write this minus, and 4 pi 3 means minus of sine pi by 3. So minus minus plus sine pi by 3. So sine pi by 3 means sine 60 means root 3 by 2. So here you have to go for finding the result either of the method. So now you have to search any rule that is according to the quadrant rules, that you can follow it. But now the last one I am taking, this number 5, you see, that is cot of minus 15 pi by 4, and try to understand how this can be done. Minus cot of minus 15 pi by 4. So here also you understand how this can be done. This is equal to cot of, even you go for that value is you take it out, cot minus fourth quadrant minus cot of 15 pi by 4. So this is minus cot of, and try to understand how, you see 2 pi plus pi by 4, 8, and here what happens, that result, if you write 8 9, suppose if you go for 3 means 12 13, if it is 4 16, and you have to go for minus. This is cot of, again this is result minus cot pi by 4, and minus the plus cot pi by 4, and cot 45 means tan pi by 4. Tan 45 is one answer that you can write it. Now you see that the last but one, sine 31 pi by 4. What 6 I am telling that, what I am telling, sixth one, what is the result? Sixth, sine of 31 pi by 3. See this solution, sine of 31 pi by 3 is equal to sine of, try to understand, 2n pi plus pi by 3. So now you write that if you go for writing the result here, if I write that particularly you 2 pi, you see this 2 pi by 3. Now when you go for writing 2 pi, what comes? 6 and even if 10, 30, 31, yes. So you can go for 30. 30 means you try understand 2 into 5 pi. No, 2 pi bracket complete into 5. 5 2 pi plus pi by 3. And because n 2 pi, 360. So this is sine pi by 3. Sine 30 is 1 upon 2. So the answer here you will get it sine 30 1 pi by 3, and sine 30 is how much? Sine 30 more or sine, this is not 30, it is a sine 60. Sine 60 means root 3 by 2. So pi by 3 is 30, that is root 3 by 2. And the last one I am explaining, that cos of minus 1710. See the last of 7 cos of minus 1710. 1710. So this is fourth quadrant is positive, so that this is cos of 1710. This is you in quadrant, this 360, 720, 1080, 4 you see 4, 144. Even if you say 360 into 5, 0, 1800. So now you have to write that 1440. So here if you take it 1440, 1710 minus 1440. So this is 4, then you have to go for 1710 minus 1440. So 4 means is 6, 7 and 370. So instead of taking like that, 1800 if you take 1800, see this 1800, how 1800 means 5 into 360, 5 into 1800. So 1800 minus 1710, 0, 1, this means minus 90. And you see that this is fourth quadrant, this becomes cos 90, cos 90 is 0. This is the way how we find the results. And in the next class I have to go for determining that sum and difference of two angles in trigonometry. So this is the way how you have determined, and accordingly you can write it. I hope that you understood how this can be done easily. In the next class we will see that what the way how we find the results. Okay, and so far whatever I have done, and you repeat it, and almost all problems I have taken from the exercise, and accordingly you can do this. Okay, thank you.